I am Duke Sutton with Westside Training Center, here with Raul Ramirez, who is our catch wrestling instructor. I asked Raul a question a few days ago. It was about the seatbelt position from Turtle. So in Jiu-Jitsu, very frequently somebody will be will have a seatbelt position. They'll be very effective at maintaining it. And I was aware that there's a catch wrestling technique that is a good reversal of the seatbelt from Turtle. And so Raul is going to tell us about that technique.
Yes, so why don't you put me in it and then we can show.
Okay, sure. All right, so Raul's going to be in turtle position, and I'm going to be with just your typical seatbelt, where with the arm over the neck, it's going to make a fist. I'm going to grab the fist, or grab the side of my hand with the arm under his arm. I'm going to squeeze tight and make a two-headed monster here, and just maintain the back control this way.
Okay, so then in this position for catch wrestling, we would do what in England would be called a far elbow, or on the East Coast, shoulder roll. But you don't really go to your shoulder in this one. Okay, so go ahead and hold me tight.
Okay. Okay,
so from here, what you can do is you grab here. I'm going to turn this way to really load him up on me. And bring him over like that. From here, if his grip breaks during this roll, bring his wrist down, grab his head, and then I can grab the leg here to keep him from getting away from me.
One more time?
Yep.
And I'd seen this before many years ago when my jiu-jitsu coach started out as a wrestler. But one of the really unique parts about this technique that I hadn't seen is the setup. He sets up by switching his hips, which I think is really effective, and I hadn't seen it.
So from here, I'll make sure I grab the wrist so that he stays there. But to get better leverage, I do want to switch my hips. So from here, as I switch, this will allow me to try to get, actually, let me do it at full, so he's like this, right? So this will allow, so you see how his wrist is kind of closer to this shoulder? My wrist here and my hip movement will now all of a sudden bring him over to my opposite shoulder. And when I go back, you see he's already really loaded up over my body. So all I'm gonna have to do is just roll. He's going like that. If they roll fast enough, then the grip will break. If not, that's totally fine, because there's plenty of other techniques you can do. You can start going for, like straight arm bar this way, or you can still try to come this way if you want.
Last, what's interesting, again with the setup, if you could, is that we're always taught with the seatbelt to be just as tight as possible, and to really glue our chest to our opponent's back, and to squeeze hard. And that actually works to his advantage when he switches my hips, because I slip off a little bit. If I had a loose grip, I might slip all the way off. But if I'm tight like I should be, that's going to work to Raul's benefit when he actually switches back. So one more time, I'm going to stay really tight here, because that's what I'm supposed to do. He's going to switch his hips, and I got to get even closer, which is my downfall. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.